Today we're going to be cooking some lentil pasta and vegan meatballs. The meatball recipe was used from a website known as the Minimalist Baker, and the lentil pasta recipe was just taken off the side of the box, as well as the sauce recipe. The entire meal is completely vegan, there's no animal products in it, and there is basil, which is actually homegrown. That's a local ingredient, obviously, and all the other ingredients were taken from Wegmans in Westwood. This recipe makes enough for 12 meatballs. However, they can come in different sizes, so it's a little bit unclear as to what the actual serving size is. Pasta that's going to be used is going to be 3 boxes of pasta, and each box has 4 servings, therefore there's 12 serving sizes as a whole. And the serving size for pasta is about 2 ounces, which is 56 grams. Based off of the serving size of the lentil pasta, it is 200 calories alone, and there's 10 grams of fat in it. There's 3 normal sized meatballs, and that's going to give you about 202 calories. If you plan on using 3 normal sized meatballs, that's going to be about 202 calories. And the sauce used is just Wegmans organic crushed tomatoes in puree. And the serving per container is about 13, and the size is 1/4 of a cup. The sauce has only about 20 calories, and that's based off of its serving size. There's no calories from fat in the sauce. The lentil pasta has about 35 grams of carbs, there's 1 gram of fat, there's 11 grams of protein, there's 15% of your daily recommended value of iron in it, and there's 2% of calcium. In the meatballs, there's 30 grams of carbs in that, 6 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein, 5.9% of iron, 2.4% of vitamin C, and 2.3% of calcium. In the sauce, there's 4 grams of carbs, 0 grams of fat, 1 gram of protein, 10% of your daily recommended amount of vitamin A, and 2% of vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Lentils are rich in complex carbs, and complex carbs help boost the metabolism, and they help the body to burn fat. They're an excellent source of folate and magnesium. Folate can treat certain types of anemia, and they're given to women who are pregnant. Magnesium helps maintain the nerve system and the muscle function in the body. Black rice contains several beneficial antioxidant sources. These include vitamin E, which prevents coronary heart disease and promotes eye health. Black rice contains anthocyanin, which has many different benefits, including benefits that are anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer. The rice has been cooked, and we're all ready to begin the process. First, it's necessary to rinse the dried beans straight out of the can. It's necessary to wash your hands in order to make sure that you don't contaminate any of the ingredients. It's important to make sure that you sharpen your knives, as this will facilitate the cutting process. Next, we're going to chop up a whole onion. Next, we will mince 3 cloves of garlic. Next, we will add 1/4 of a tablespoon of sea salt. Next, we will add crushed red pepper flake, oregano, and nutritional yeast. Here are the spices in the mixer. We're going to add a few more ingredients into the mixer. These are all the grains that will be used in the cooking process. Next, we'll mix the grains with the form received from the mixer. Now we will form the meatballs. Next, we will harvest our basil. After we have some water that's boiled, we will add the lentil pasta into the pot. The meatballs are being cooked. The lentil pasta is cooking. Up next, we will chop our basil. The meatballs will be taken out of the oven, and we will put some sauce on it. The tomato sauce will be poured onto the meatballs. Important that you cover the dish that you put in the oven with foil so that it cooks evenly, it doesn't burn, and it holds the moisture in. Next we will strain the pasta. Next we rinse the pasta, and this is so that it doesn't stick together. Next we will pour the olive oil into the pan. Next we will add the garlic. Next we will add the basil. Next, the pasta will be added into the bowl. We will stir the pasta so that the garlic mixes with the pasta. Now our meal is complete.